All right, part 3 of More Truths and Modern Day Realities. Come on, let's get into it. Number 10, ladies, what do men want? Here it is, in case you didn't know. Men don't want a woman who expects him to pay all the time. Men fear being exploited for financial gain and for good reason. Men want women to at least try. Just try. And I don't mean fake, reaching for the purse to pretend like you're going to share in the bill or something like that. I remember I was actually invited by a woman to drive from Orange County up to LA to visit with her so we can hang out. She invited me. And I told her, what do you want to talk about? Can't we do this over the phone? Can't we talk over the phone first? You know, it's a long drive, 45 minutes. And then late at night, I got to drive back. And she probably lived local up there in LA. And I said, are you sure? Are you sure? So she invited me. And in the email, she said, don't forget to bring your wallet. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And this lady was a TV producer, by the way. So she was a successful professional. Okay. And we get up there. We have conversation at a nice little lounge at a hotel. Pretty cool. Beverly Hills or something, And when it came time to pay the bill, $100, I reached for my wallet, and she kind of reached for hers, but she didn't really. And I noticed that, and I'm like, let's see. Strike one, you invited me, and you're not paying. Number 2, I asked you, could we just talk on the phone first? Because I don't know you. You're going to make me drive 45 minutes just to come and talk to you. We can't do that over the phone. You want me to bring my wallet. Why did you even have to say that? I get there. I propose to pay the bill. I got the money. I had a few drinks. It was great. Had a nice appetizer. It's okay. But you didn't even flinch or try. It was all fake. So check this out. It doesn't even end there. The time came for us to leave because we were done. About 11 o'clock or something like that. Time to go home. And she says, I go, where's your car? And she says, oh, it's parked over here, over there, because sometimes parking is kind of tough in LA. So I said, I'll give you a ride. So I drive her over to her car, and I am a mama's boy. I am a good sport. You know me by now. You've heard all this material. I don't play games. I take things slow. Pull her up to her car, and she gets out herself, because the way it was, there was no way for me to park, so she kind of just had to get out by herself. And I said, hey, great conversation. Thanks so much. And she said, Bart, I really enjoyed our time together. Maybe next time we can have sex. I do not kid you. This was said to me. This was the language. And I'm like, you don't even know me. I don't even know you. I wouldn't even come near you with a 10-foot pole. Blah, 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 blah. I drove home literally just thinking about what the heck did I just get into? She lured me up there, told me to bring my wallet, faked trying to help with the bill. She invited me. And then she says, we'll have sex next time. And I'm like, get out of here, lady. You're crazy. Whack. See what I'm saying? And that was like 10, 15 years ago. Today, it's 10 to 15 times worse. So I'll tell you something, ladies. Men do want to be in a relationship with a woman, but they are frustrated with women today. Successful men look for a woman who wants to join his team. I mean, most women want a man who makes a lot more money than they do. He's probably doing something that he's not going to change, like career-wise, occupation-wise, just for you. So he's looking for a woman who will join his team, who will support what he's doing. Don't think you can come into the picture. He's making more money than you, but you're going to come into the picture and start bossing him around? That ain't going to work. Men are enjoying their alone time today. They're enjoying the quiet time, the tranquility. They don't like being bossed around. They get enough of that at work. Women need to know there are some kinds of women men don't want anything to do with. Women have to bring value to a man's life or else she will not be in it. Men love intelligence, yes. They want a woman who has an opinion of her own, absolutely. Men like a woman who can look down the road into the future. Men like a woman who is a part of the decision-making process in the relationship. Men desire communication just as much as women do. They want a woman who is clear and concise with her words. They want to be aware of what's going on inside her mind. present day unwritten dating rules and regulations and norms when interacting with women? Much too confusing for men. So many women have set unrealistic standards for men to live up to in order to be in their lives. And guess what, ladies? Men are just saying, forget about it. I'll just be alone. I'm cool with that. I love my alone time. Oh, I love my alone time. Even myself, I love my alone time because I get to think, create, write, do, whatever the guy does. Maybe it's something in the garage he's building, working on a car. Men self-entertain themselves really well. And ladies, you're up against that. So what have you picked up so far just from this section, this audio? If you want to be in a man's life, if you want a man in your life, you kind of got to check in to see what he wants. What's he doing? You got to kind of conform to his life. And what he's going to do when you do that, he's going to turn around and kind of do the same to you. How can he get behind you? How can he help you fulfill some of your dreams? Maybe you want to go back to school. Maybe you want to change careers. Maybe you want to quit your job and work from home and start a business. He'll help you with that. Men do. Men love to do. Men were born to do. And let them do those things for you and in your honor. Oh, I got stories to tell you. I tell you. Number 11. Ladies, men are leaving several plantations. Men are dropping out of college, society, the workplace, and going it alone. And they love it. Ladies, your competition includes his friends, his alone time, video games, his projects, porn, escorts, hookers, sex robots, other women who engage in the hookup culture, as well as women in other countries. Remember what I said about competition becoming a factor in you finding love? You've got a lot of competition. And you see, there's nothing wrong with men dropping out of college because frankly, college isn't producing the kind of jobs to make real money. So men are dropping out of college and picking up a trade school where instead of paying $80,000 for an education, they pay $2,000 or $5,000 or $8,000. And they get an apprenticeship. And they go off and work with a mentor. And before you know it, they're making $80 an hour. They're making money. They got time. They have no debt. They're dropping out of society because, society just keeps poo-pooing on men, putting them down, belittling them. Hey, that's okay. I'll just go do my thing. I'll go fishing. They're working from home. They're not in the workforce anymore. And in fact, with that whole movement, a lot of men only like working with other men. And it's been said that women only like working for men. They don't like working for women or with women because there's too much competition amongst those women to find a man in the workplace. I mean, it is crazy out there. It is competitive. There is urgency, and you need to keep that in mind. Number 12, body count. Men want exclusivity with you. Men don't want to share their money or your body and your photos in front of everyone. You've got to up your game and become exactly what a man wants if you want a man. Stop belittling men, putting men down, and saying horrible things about men. Are you perfect? No. Is he perfect? No. And just on a side note, about sharing yourself and pictures and everything online? Have you heard about this where women who have accounts on OnlyFans, they can't find dates. They're single, they're alone. They can't pair up with someone. What's up with that? See what I'm saying? So get out of the limelight. Get out of the public eye, ladies, because men are not there and they don't want to be there. Number 13, ladies, if you are in a situationship, not a relationship, but a situationship, where a man has not declared you as his number one, then you can be dropped at any moment. Only be in a situation where you are number one with him. And it's moving very fast into a relationship which is going to lead to exclusivity, commitment, monogamy. Remember, sexual activity between two consenting adults does not equal a relationship. Might be time to DTR, define the relationship, at a certain point. Don't you agree? Number 14, grass is greener. Be weary of leaving a good thing when you've got it. And there's a ton of videos on YouTube about women who have left a good thing and they regret it, but they can't go back because the guy they dumped has got a new girl in his life, and the grass or the mountain that she thought was going to be better, taller, greener didn't turn out to be so great. You see, that better mountaintop view over there, yonder, you got to climb a whole new mountain all over again. Just because you can see the peak and you go, wow, I'd like to be on top of that mountain. Well, to get to the top of that mountain, you got to climb that mountain all over again. Better to stay where you're at and spend that energy improving where you are and with whom you're with. So this whole grass is greener, somebody out there is better, more perfect for me, maybe, but you're going to have to go through the whole getting to know you process all over again. And who knows what that's going to be like. So, number 15, people are on different levels in life. Don't rush into anything. You have to find out where the other person is, and at first to see if he or she can run with you or even wants to. Taking things slowly in the beginning guarantees that you won't push them away. I'm going to read this section over again because it's so important. One of the most vital, most important pieces of advice in this whole book. People are on different levels in life. Don't rush into anything. Don't mess things up for yourself. You have to find out where the other person is at first to see if he or she can run with you or even wants to. Taking things slowly guarantees that you won't push them away. So when you take things slow, you're observing and you're letting the other person get to know you. If you rush in too fast and you shower them with kisses and affection and touching and bumping and all this kind of stuff that is like, hey, too much too soon. Please, back off. You're rushing me. You're pushing me. You're making me feel too claustrophobic. Give me some space. I want to get to know you. But if one person is too much, oh my gosh, I'm out of the shark-infested sea and the ocean of singles and crazies, and I'm on an island. I'm on a lifeboat raft. I think I'm saved. I'm in a relationship, potentially. People are on different levels in life. Don't rush into anything. You have to find out where the other person is at to see if he or she can run with you or even wants to. Taking things slow guarantees you won't push them away. Whew. So what'd you think about that? More truths and modern dating realities. What else should you be made aware of and informed of and on the lookout for and genuinely scared of? Was that material pretty groundbreaking? Kind of like, whoa, Bart, I kind of knew about that, but just the way you said it and the way you put it into words, it's got me scared. I'm going to be thinking about that as I go out there. And that's the only thing I want you to do is just keep it in mind when you go out there, because you've got competition. Ladies are being erased. Guys are leaving the plantation. They're going their own way. They love being alone. You got a lot of things that you're competing up against. And men want to be in a relationship. They love women. But today's woman, today's modern woman, sometimes y'all don't make it out to be like you want us. You want a man. Hey, prove us wrong. Show us that you do.